Good evening and welcome to Brunswick Beat. I'm Rachel Johnson.
And I'm Stacey Manning. In tonight's top story, a Brunswick County grand jury has found Ed Rapp guilty of libel. He now has to pay $105,000 to senior resident Superior Court Judge Ola Lewis. The decision came last Friday, the third day of testimony in the trial. In 2010, Rapp posted commentaries in an online forum claiming that there was probable cause to discipline Lewis for violating the state's Code of Judicial Conduct. He was displeased the judge had openly campaigned for candidates in a Republican primary. Lewis responded by filing the libel lawsuit in April 2010.
Kathy Litch is the new director of the county's Social Services Department. Litch has worked as DSS Program Manager for Children and Adult Services in Brunswick County since April of last year. She took over the new role January 21st from interim director Neil Walters. Litch is the first director hired by the county after commissioners disbanded the DSS board in September. The county has combined DSS and the Health Department into Health and Human Services. Litch is looking forward to working with Health Department Director David Stanley to merge the departments. Their goal is to provide more efficient and better services.
County commissioners have agreed to help fund school resource officers at the county's elementary schools. The Board of Education voted unanimously January 8th to allocate $245,000 from the fund balance to offset costs for deputies for the rest of the current school year. On January 22nd, county commissioners approved budget amendments to reimburse the county for salaries and benefits for the 9 SROs. They also transferred $314,000 from school capital reserve to the sheriff's operating budget to provide for vehicles, equipment, and uniforms.
County commissioners agreed to lend financial assistance to Superior Court Judge Ola Lewis's latest specialty treatment court. It's called SOAR Court and stands for Sex Offender Accountability and Rehabilitation. Since 2008, Lewis has created mental health, drug treatment, and driving while impaired special treatment courts. The SOAR Court received a $90,000 Governor's Crime Commission award to fund transportation and treatment for sex offenders who have not attended counseling because they don't have transportation or can't afford it. Lewis said there is a need for an extra layer of supervision for those individuals. The county will fund the program, then the grant will reimburse the money used for the specialty court.
Late last year, the Beacon proposed a seatbelt usage safety campaign. To jumpstart it, we launched a poster contest. On Monday, we notified the winners. There were nearly 30 entries in the contest from all ages. Entries were on display in the Beacon office during December and most of January. 4 students from Bolivia Elementary School were the winners. First place was awarded to Aiden Wilkie, second place to Olivia Howard, third place to Devin Limka, and honorable mention to Belter Gonzalez. Remember to buckle up. It could be the difference between life and death.
A newly designed Brunswick County Sheriff's Office flag represents honor, tradition, and pride. In 2012, Capital Power donated 3 flags to the Brunswick County Sheriff's Office. 2 are hand-sewn and will remain indoors inside the sheriff's and the chief deputy's offices. The third is made of more durable material and will be used during parades and ceremonies. Each detail of the flag has a significance, including 3 streamers to commemorate line-of-duty fallen officers.
A local dentist reached out to a patient and brought a huge smile to her face. Supply resident Joyce Davis was diagnosed with inoperable stage 3 lung cancer last August. Earlier this month, she was suffering from excruciating tooth pain. Davis found Dr. Madison's dental office in the phone book and received what she calls a blessing and a miracle. For more about Davis and her experience with Dr. Madison, read their story in this week's Beacon.
Sunset Beach Mayor Rich Serrato is accusing the town board and staff of backroom games after a council member was appointed to serve on a regional transportation committee. At its January 7th meeting, council unanimously approved appointing Mike Williams rather than the mayor to serve as the town's representative on the Grand Strand Area Transportation Study Technical Advisory Committee. Serrato made allegations about open meetings violations, but town administrator Gary Parker said council voted on the issue in open session.
Pausability has invited Calabash to become a grant partner in its Spay a Stray program. The goal is to create a free spay-neuter voucher program for low-income people or for Good Samaritans caring for feral cats. It also includes rabies shots. Pausability is a nonprofit that provides financial support for animal issues in Brunswick County. It has asked Calabash to contribute a matching contribution of $5,000.
Christy Nesbitt got the proposal of a lifetime on January 17th from fiancé Terry Chavis. That's the day Chavis's proposal, "Marry Me, Christy," was inscribed in the Holden Beach sand. Then the Laurenburg couple took a flight over the coast so Christy, a nursing student, could see the proposal herself. As a private plane soared over Holden Beach with its passengers, the pilot asked Nesbitt about the sand message below. Nesbitt said they had to fly over 3 times before she noticed it. Chevis then presented her with a diamond engagement ring while they were still in the air. The bride-to-be, by the way, said yes. Find all these stories and much more inside this week's Beacon, available on newsstands now.
And now we go to Beacon Advertising Representative Jim Cochran, one of our local surfers, who is going to tell us a little bit about the upcoming forecast. Hey, Jim, what's the weather looking like?
Thank you very much, Stacy. Cool January weather is still hanging around our coast. 7-day forecast calls for highs in the lower 60s on Thursday with lows in the mid-30s. It's going to stay cool on Friday when highs are expected to only reach 55 and lows will drop to the upper 20s. On Saturday and Sunday, it's going to be mostly sunny with highs in the mid-50s, lows will be in the upper 30s. Monday will be in the upper 50s and partly cloudy, but Tuesday, warmer temperatures could move back into the area, and by then we could see highs reaching in the mid-60s, but there is a chance of rain. If you're going to be surfing this week, you're probably still going to want to put on that wetsuit because the water is still cold. The biggest waves are expected on Thursday, where they could reach 5 to 8 feet. For the rest of the week, they'll remain between 2 to 5 feet. Now check out this week's tide times, and let's catch up with Rachel to find out more about our local sports.
Thanks, Jim. Welcome to the Beacon Sports Report. South Brunswick's girls and West Brunswick's boys won the final swim meet of the regular season Friday at the Dinah E. Gore Aquatics Center. South's girls beat West 123 to 18. West boys beat South 76 to 36. South won the overall meet between the two teams. The most competitive events were the freestyle races. 14 girls competed in the 50-meter freestyle, and South senior Rachel Van Nort won. She also claimed first in the girls' 100-meter freestyle, beating 8 other competitors. South sophomore Mason Brindle won the 9-swimmer boys 50-meter freestyle and the 100 freestyle. South junior Morgan Gilbert won the 100-meter breaststroke and the 100-meter butterfly. Everyone else on the basketball court looked to be powered by traditional electrolytes. Adam Jacobs seemed propelled by rocket fuel. The 5'10" senior guard blazed his way through defenses, leading North Brunswick to a 71-38 victory over South Brunswick Friday night. The win keeps the Scorpions in first place in the Waccamaw Conference. Jacobs led the team in scoring with 23 points and rebounding with 11 boards and an assist with 5. He made 3 interceptions, and despite multiple defenders, Jacobs scored 15 points in the second quarter alone. Chad McCumbee and partner Jason Sinai opened the Grand Am Continental Tire Sports Car Challenge with a 16th-place finish Friday in the Street Turner class at Daytona Beach. Driving a Mazda MX-5 for C.J. Wilson Racing, they started 14th and finished on the lead lap in the BMW Performance 200. The race will be televised by Speed TV at 4 p.m. on February 2nd. Check out all these great stories and photos in this week's sports section of the Beacon.
Brunswick County Animal Shelter today with volunteer Janice Crane, and she has a new friend here. Janice, what can you tell us about him?
This is Roscoe. He looks like he's a little bit shy, but he's a beautiful cat. He's about 2 years old. He hasn't been here too long, and he's just waiting for someone to come and love him.
Well, he is a sweet, sweet boy, and he's a good talker, too. He was just talking to us. And so come on out to Brunswick County Animal Shelter. They're open 6 days a week, Mondays through Saturdays, and they would love to see you. And the animals here would love to find their good new forever home.
Right now, Roscoe just wants to get down and play with some of the toys here.
He's very playful, and he's just happy to be out of his cage for a little while.
That's right.
The volunteers like Janice who come here just to play with them. Thank you, Janice.
You're quite welcome.
Thank you, Roscoe.
Wine and chocolate. Is there a better combination to celebrate the month of Valentine's? That's the way organizers of the Wilmington Wine and Chocolate Festival feel about their most delicious fundraiser. This year's Sweet Affair kicks off Friday night, February 1st, with a grand tasting from 7 to 10 p.m. at the Coastline Conference and Event Center at 503 Nutt Street in Wilmington. Tickets are $50 in advance and $55 at the door. Brunswick County vendors are participating. A wine and chocolate marketplace is from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Saturday and noon to 4 p.m. Sunday. Marketplace tickets for Saturday are $20 in advance or $25 at the door. Tickets for Sunday's marketplace are $15 in advance or $17 at the door. Tickets can be purchased online or at service desk at Harris Teeter stores in New Hanover, Brunswick, and Pender counties. For more information, call 742-0120 or go online to WilmingtonWineandChocolateFestival.com.
Mike's Garage Band of St. James Plantation will perform at a fundraiser Saturday for the Brunswick County Literacy Council. The February 2nd event starts at 6 p.m. at Brunswick Community College's South Brunswick Island Center in Carolina Shores. Highlights include a cash bar with wine and beer and snacks. Tickets are $10 per person. They may be purchased in advance at the Literacy Council office on Ocean Highway East and Supply or by calling 754-7323. Only 300 tickets will be available, and all proceeds will benefit the Brunswick County Literacy Council programs.
A group of veteran Seabees have brought their can-do attitude to Leland. Seabees is a nickname for the United States Navy Construction Battalion. So if you see an insignia of a fighting mad flying bee with a white Navy hat on its head, a Tommy gun, wrench, and a hammer in its hands, you've likely met a Seabee. Veterans chartered the Island X-5 Cape Fear Navy Seabee Veterans of America in October 2011. They currently have 18 members from throughout Brunswick County. The Seabees meet at the Leland VFW, 1211 Village Road in Leland on the third Saturday of each month. For more information, email Commander Bill Shraver.
The Little Princess Ball is right around the corner. The event gives girls in kindergarten through 5th grade the opportunity to spend quality time with an adult male role model. The ball also sparks the girls' self-esteem, self-confidence, and inner princesses. The dance is 3 to 5 p.m. Saturday, February 9th. This year, there are 2 sites for the ball, the Brunswick Center in Southport and the South Brunswick Island Center in Carolina Shores. Tickets are $10 and must be purchased in advance. They are on sale until February 8th. For more information, call 253-2670. Locally, there are a variety of places to watch the Super Bowl on Sunday and celebrate with friends. Call your favorite restaurant and/or sports bar and see what they have planned. Check out this week's Tide section of the Beacon to see what's happening near you.
That's all the time we have for tonight, but you can read all these stories and much more in this week's Beacon. If you have comments or suggestions for us at Brunswick Beat, you can email us at brunswickbeat@brunswickbeacon.com. Don't forget to follow the Beacon on Facebook and Twitter. Just search for Brunswick Beacon.
Thank you for joining us, and don't forget to tune in next week for a brand new edition of Brunswick Beat, Brunswick County's only television news show. We close out this week's show with images from Charlotte Rotary Club's Las Vegas night.